In terms of learning design at Julians, we work in a team of 5. So we're a 5-form entry school. So we're very lucky that there's 5 of us working, plus a student in our case, and a cover supervisor. So the way Julians is set up is we have all, these members of staff which are allocated to our classes. And if we were in school, they would be supporting, helping to run interventions, covering us when we have our PPA. And so it works very well as part of a bubble, of course, but it also works very well because you get to know the children really, really well. And I must say that has transferred very nicely online because there's no discovery of children. We know what to expect a little bit. We know when they're feeling good or not feeling good. And it really helps not to have replacements or supply teachers which don't know anything about the kids and could perhaps, unfortunately do something that might upset the children without knowing, the background. So that really helps. We record all our videos. We try to personally record all our videos. So there's a huge amount of work. If you think that our day of teaching, so our designed day of learning is guided reading, English, math, a wider curriculum, a sporting activity, and a mental health PSHE activity. And this is every day, there's going to be one of those on there. So we split the work across the 5 of us. The cover supervisor and the student don't really plan, but they help us do things like record books. So for example, we're also making our own audiobooks. So we are currently reading this to the children. I must read chapter 20 today. And like I say, we record most of our videos through Loom, the idea being to increase familiarity for the children. And it's really, really nice, actually, that they have gotten to know all 5 of us really well, and our style of teaching. And everyone brings something to the table, of course, which is the wonder of education. Each of us bring something special to teaching. We sometimes use the wonderful, wonderful Oak Academy. So a good example of that is I was doing science this week, and I could, of course, make my own video on measuring forces. I have actually got a force meter here. But when I looked on Oak Academy, they are so professional and polished videos that sometimes it makes complete sense to just pass on to someone else who's done something really, really well. And then you pick it up at the end of the video to reconnect with the children, restate the task, perhaps model, and then off they go. As I said, we only have one live session per week. We think very carefully about what we're going to cover in that live session, although we try to touch on everything. So that's the big conundrum, isn't it? You have 1 hour or 45 minutes with your children in a group of 6. What is it that you want to teach? So a bit of grammar, definitely something difficult in math. In this case, it was long multiplication, long division, now fraction next week. So really difficult topics to tackle. And then a little bit of PSHE and a little bit of rewarding on, what they've done well last week. So it's an action-packed Zoom session.